Okay, I am going to show you how to doodle a mandala. All you need is a piece of paper, a pencil, and if you want to embellish, a thin black marker. It can be any kind of thin black marker, any kind of markers or colored pencils if you want to embellish. But we are going to concentrate on how to doodle a mandala with nothing but a piece of paper. And it can be a notebook, it can be a journal, it can have lines in it, it can be in a book. I've actually doodled in books. But that's all you need. So I'm just gonna get started here. The first thing you wanna do is just draw a dot in the middle of the circle. I mean in the middle of the paper, or wherever you're gonna start your mandala. What we're doing is just finding a center. We're centering ourselves, we're centering the mandala, we're centering the paper. And now we just draw a few lines. We're going to draw 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm drawing these a little bit darker than normal because at some point you may want to erase them as you start to embellish your mandala. So we have 4 lines drawn. It's just basically a cross, and we divided it into 4. So we went 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4. Now we're going to draw 4 more lines. Just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see I naturally drew them all about the same length. Again, we're doing this as a doodle. This is just to have fun. It's not perfect. I don't use a ruler. And I have doodled hundreds of these. And now what we're going to do is just draw a circle, light circle around these lines. We're just going to connect them with a circle. It's not a perfect circle, but it is a circle. So now, look at this. We have a little mandala here. So next we're going to draw a little dot at the end of each line on the circle. So now we have little seeds planted on the edge of each line. And I'm going to draw a little lotus petal, which is really easy to do. It's basically like a parenthesis. Not a parenthesis. Yes, parenthesis. Connecting each dot. Connecting the dots to the dots. You can see I'm very technical about this. You see how we have a little mandala here within seconds. It's so fun and so easy. And now all we're going to do as we continue to doodle is grow out from what we started. We have it divided into 8, which is a pretty magical sacred geometry number. And we're just going to continue on out, and it grows and grows and grows. So I'm going to draw a line out from each dot in between the lotus petals. Oh, see how it's growing? And now I'm going to draw another circle. Just go around where you drew the lines. Don't worry about it being a perfect circle, because nothing in life is perfect. No matter how perfect paintings are and books are and any kind of creation, there's a lot of imperfection in everything, including snowflakes and flowers. I mean, I get a bouquet of daisies and they all look so beautiful and they all look the same, but they're not. Everyone has its own imperfections. So now I'm going to draw, instead of the little lotus petal, I'm just going to draw a little arch. Or an arc. Half circle. Connecting the dots. So now that we have the structure of the mandala, it's easy to just continue to doodle in any way you want. We drew a dot, one dot, we drew 2 lines, then we drew 2 more, 2 becomes 4, then we drew 4 more, suddenly we have 8. We have 8 equal sections in this mandala. So now we just grow it out, as I've said a couple of times. I'm going to draw a few more lines out to just show you how we can just make this a big mandala in a matter of minutes. And they're all about equal. You can see some are a little jagged. I've drawn these, doodled these mandalas, and people are impressed with what I created, but it's so easy. Now see how this is this circle over here got a little bit wavy, and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep drawing. And I'm going to draw big lotus petals now. This is basically the symbol for a lotus petal. It's not a parenthesis, but it's a symbol we've all drawn in grade school. I like to put on my favorite music. Right now I'm listening to Gary Lynn Floyd. He's given me permission to use his music while I draw mandalas online. So now I'm just adding another circle here. And this is where it gets really fun. Now it's just a matter of letting your imagination just tell you what to do next. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry if it's going to be good. You can think, well, I don't know what to draw next. Okay, well, draw a circle. And what you do is you draw a circle in the same place all the way around the mandala. And by using the structure of the 8 divisions, the sacred geometrical circle here, all you have to do is just follow along. It's almost like painting by numbers, if you will. And that's how we actually color it as well. It's just very easy to color a mandala. You just follow the design of the mandala as you go. So I'm just going to draw a little half circle around these. And this is none of this has been planned other than the dividing the mandala into 8. And you can do this exact same design if you want, but you could also think, well, I don't want to draw a circle. I want to draw a heart. Okay, draw a heart. Draw it in one spot, and then you draw it in the same spot all the way around. Now, notice how we, within a few minutes, have a mandala that we can now color. I personally love to add more details, and it's as simple as adding more lines. So if I add another line, another half circle above this half circle, see how that's just adding a little more detail, giving me more places to color when I do color. You can also tell I didn't script this video. I would have known the exact correct term to call these. It is the symbol for a lotus petal, but it's also a very familiar symbol. You'll see this particular symbol design in a lot of mandalas drawn by the Eastern art, old Hindu and Buddhist mandalas. And a mandala is not just a Buddhist and Hindu symbol. We think that because the word mandala is actually Sanskrit. It's the way it was used in literature. The mandala, I'm sorry, for the mandala, for the Buddhist and Hindu texts. But it means circle. Mandala means circle. If you break it down into manda and la, mandala equals essence, or means essence. And la in Sanskrit means container. So it's the essence container. Well, let's see, I was trying to work something out. What is my next big thing? I want to be a star. So how about if I draw 8 stars? Now I want to be sure I have room. See, I'm edging up here. So it may be time to start coloring it, but I'm going to put a star in here somewhere. How about if I put it right in the middle of the lotus? And I'm just going to use the very easy process we all learn to draw a star. Let's draw 5 lines connecting each other. And when I color it in, I may erase some of the lines out from within the star. But I know from experience it really doesn't matter. What matters is just doing it, creating it, letting the process kind of take you over. That's a little backwards. And just having fun with it. And at the end, you'll be surprised at what you just created. So this is how you doodle a mandala. Now, I can take my marker if I want and outline it. Make some of these lines permanent. Make some of these designs, these drawings permanent. Meaning they are darker and they won't erase as well. I love to do this. I love to add little embellishments as I'm using my marker. So all I'm doing now, I'm just outlining what I've already drawn. If it was you and you love to color, you could already be coloring it. All right, I think that's enough for now. Please let me know if you doodle a mandala. I look forward to teaching you more. Namaste, Kathy Roush.